Ken, I thought no one could question your endeavour and your intensity at the ball, and that. What do you think lost it for you in the end?
Look, I think structurally we broke down a couple of times in crucial moments, and we talked about that with the boys. And you just can't accept an excuse like that. Is that you just got to play to every play is so important, because you get to the end of games at this level, and they usually end up a lot of times pretty close. And it's a small margins game where we, as I said, we had a real go at it. But the small margins are crucial, and you've got to identify them early in games, not late in games.
Did you flinch a little bit when Tom Jonas came storming out and collected gaff?
Yeah, I did. I think Tommy does play close to the line. We understand that's the way he plays his football. Tommy would be disappointed that Gaff's got hurt. I'm sure I've just spoke to him. His concern is all about Gaff and making sure he's okay, and his intent is not to cause the damage that obviously happened. He would be more worried for the player that got hurt than his own self. So, as I said, but he takes it to the edge, and that's the way he plays his footy, and he's made a mistake.
He looked resigned to the fact that he had made a mistake.
Oh no, he's a nice bloke. He knows he made a mistake. And we'll let that take care of itself, and the AFL will take care of that. And Tommy will, as I said, he'll cop what comes his way, but he's more concerned for Andrew basically than his own self. He knows he made a mistake.
It seems as if the game was to go 5 minutes longer, you might have been able to pinch it. So can you still be happy with the way that they finished the game?
No, look, I think we won it was 2 quarters all, I think. We might have won the second half, they might have won the first half. It was a pretty tough, solid game of football. There was a lot of combative injuries going on out there for the whole day. And it went down to the wire. They deserved the win. Credit to the West Coast.
When you talk about intent, it started in the first 30 seconds when the captain smothered that kick and then was crunched and got up and kept going. People have been questioning him all year. He started him in the middle, he gets contact like that and then keeps going.
He was hurt after the hit. Trav got hurt. Everyone's asked about him being hurt. Well, he got hurt today because their captain hit him pretty solid. It was a great contest though, and Trav's a good captain. Stood back up, got himself together, and went back and played. No, he just got a whack on the shoulder, and then he got a bad corky. So he was pretty banged up by the end of the night. But he'll be fine at this stage. I expect he'll be right next week.
I can understand you being totally disappointed, with the loss, but I also thought there were some good signs there tonight. A few players, picked up their form, and Charlie Dixon played well, and Wingard, came.
Yeah, no, look, Ash, I'm not going to deny that there were some players who did some really good stuff, and there were some parts of our game tonight that was like we'd like to see consistently. And our people, they watched tonight. People out here today, 38,000 odd were here again today. I'm sure they would have seen parts that they like, but we're in the winning business. We've got to win. We're not here to play okay. We've got to win.
How far off are you, Ken? Obviously 2 different games. You folded against Carlton, come home with a sail tonight. How far away from that winning form?
Clearly we're close to winning, but that's what we're not winning, because we're still playing with inconsistencies in our game, and that's what we've got to continue to work at. And we'll keep at it. There's no problems as far as turning back up and going again and giving ourselves the best opportunity, because every time you give yourself a chance, you're getting closer, and that's what we've got to keep doing.
What was the use of Charlie Dixon tonight? He was pushing a long way back down the ground. Probably didn't spend as much time at home. What was the? Oh no,
it's pretty similar. If we're watching our games over the course of the season, Charlie's he's one of our tall targets when we need him when we're coming out of our back 50 at times, but he's also a pretty significant target for us when we're going into our front 50. I thought he played a really strong, mature game for us tonight. I thought he's getting better with every game, and as you said before, Chad showed some stuff tonight that was pretty promising for us going forward. But we'll start winning when, as a group, we all do it on the one night.
Injury-wise, how'd you pull up, and do you get any players back for next week?
Injury-wise, look, there's a few sore, but no one that I think right now that would be in any trouble for playing. Darcy rolled his ankle, Hammer with his corky and his shoulder. Outside of that, Tommy's incident stuff, other than that, I think we'll be pretty normal for the boys who played tonight. We've got a game tomorrow for the Magpies. Look forward to seeing them boys play. We've got Carlisle going out there to play tomorrow, some other young players Jesse Palmer, those sort of boys who have been in good form. So hopefully they can continue to grow and give us some good form and give us some opportunities to look at players.
So Darcy was just an ankle, was it?
Yeah, it looked worse, didn't it?
Yeah, real bad.
Yeah, it looked a lot worse than that. At the time I thought that looked like a knee, but I'm glad it wasn't, because he's had a really strong 6 or 7 weeks for us, and he's been one of the real shining lights for us.
Can you do it when you lose the rucks by that amount?
Oh, sort of hard one to answer because you can't do much about it. You know, Natanui's an elite ruckman. Jacko's doing a courageous job for us, trying his absolute best. But you know, I think the hit outs were 71 to 15 or something. It does make it a bit harder, but that's why I give a lot of, you know, our internal inside our mids and Jacko together. They're working damn hard to break even. We understand the challenge we have, but that's just a challenge. It's not an excuse. It's just a challenge.
Is he enjoying that role as playing sort of a ruckman, but he's almost playing as another midfielder in there as well?
Well, his form suggests he's going okay, and he's obviously playing some pretty good footy for us. But you know, again, is it his first preference? Is it his first position? You know, at the moment it's working for us to a point, but you know, we would certainly like to have a ruckman in there. All good?
Thank you.
Thanks.